Mario 3D All-Stars is over 2 months old now, as it came out in September, and lots of people were actually extremely excited about this game. People were more excited about the rumors than the actual game releasing, because the rumors made the game sound really good. There's talk of Mario 64 being a complete from the ground up remake, and even games like Super Mario Galaxy getting its sequel installed, Mario Galaxy 2, as well. But unfortunately, none of that stuff happened. We got the basic bare bones, 3 games that we played in the past, and that's really about it. And sometimes some of those games like Super Mario 64 didn't even reach the bare minimum with making the game in widescreen. So we sat there and kind of was salty with what we got, but we were still excited as fanboys of the series. Obviously I was to be able to play Mario Sunshine on my Nintendo Switch in 2020. That was one of the most exciting parts for me alone. But I couldn't help to shake the fact to think that we aren't done with this game. There's still going to be some stuff coming, and obviously we've seen lately that there's some updates and game fixes and things that allow you to play with the GameCube controller, for instance, have been initiated and added into the game. So something about this just makes me feel like we're going to still get some additional content for Mario 3D All-Stars. And today, I'm going to be talking about what else could potentially come in future updates and stuff that we could finally get our hands on that we should have had in the very beginning. But before we get started, guys, make sure that you like the video today if you enjoy, and subscribe if you guys are new to stay up to date on all content regarding Nintendo. Obviously, as we move on to the Game Awards and to the next year, we're going to be getting tons of information, and you're not going to want to miss out because I will be covering it all here. So make sure that you like this video and subscribe if you guys are new, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on every time I post. So Nintendo has been releasing some small patches and update fixes for Mario 3D All-Stars, and yesterday they added the support for the GameCube controller and actually cleaned up some things that were messing up the game, and most of those things had to appear in Super Mario Sunshine. There were some sound fixes, for instance the start when you race El Piantissimo, and also the little cubes that mark where the platforms move in a bonus section in Mario Sunshine, which was only for the development purposes and not for the final game, which is still mind-blowing to me that this was able to be in the game still and not cleaned up before released. Obviously some stuff was rushed, but with that aside, it does seem like Nintendo is adamant on improving some things and putting out quality of life updates in order to make the game the best version that it could be. But I do have a hunch that Nintendo is going to be adding some additional gameplay content as we move into the year 2021. Now, one thing I think people are completely confused about is why Mario Galaxy 2 isn't implemented in this game. It's one of the biggest Mario games, and it does belong with all the other 3D Mario games together, especially when its predecessor, Mario Galaxy, is in the pack in the first place. Well, leakers claim that Nintendo didn't have enough time, and they would have to delay it out of 2020, so they didn't even add the game in the first place. And in fact, they stopped working on the development of Mario Galaxy 2 for this game within the first 2 weeks of putting this pack together, which is kind of disappointing. So that might be an indicator that we'll never get Mario Galaxy 2. But I don't think so. Mario Galaxy 2 is such a big 3D Mario game, and the fact that it wasn't even talked about or even looked at or brought up at all within the Mario Anniversary Direct, this is really weird to me. And it almost feels like they're purposely hiding it for a grand reveal of Mario Galaxy 2. And with that said, lots of people would still be so excited for the pack just to have Mario Galaxy 2 in there. And if they just came out one day and said Mario Galaxy 2 will be available for Mario 3D All-Stars this Friday, just imagine how excited people would be. Just to have a free update of another big 3D Mario game to play, that would just make the game and the pack in general feel so much better. Now, let's just act like Nintendo is back to their old selves and being extremely generous here. And let's just say they don't just go with Mario Galaxy 2 for some reason, but they decide to add some extra games as well, like Mario 64 DS, or at least the mini games from that game, because I feel like that game had a lot of nostalgia built in with people that played it on their DS and people that played those mini games as a kid. And the Luigi poker mini game, we all remember that. And it'd be a really, cool thing to have, and just a really random thing to have since you already have 64 on the system, so you would have another version of 64, but it could happen. At least the mini games, and maybe you could play them online with people or local co-op, and add the multiplayer factor to the game. I know technically there's, multiplayer when you play with Super Mario Galaxy and the Luma, but would you really call that multiplayer? But with that said, I think that they could potentially do something with the 64, DS version, but we'll have to see. I doubt it, but, it's something to bring up. Continuing on the DS, but now the 3DS, you also have Super Mario 3D Land. I don't know if this game will ever see the light of day ever again. I thought there was a small chance packed in with 3D World, but clearly we have Bowser's Fury instead. So I wonder if Super Mario 3D Land will just be a drift in the clouds. Will it just be a grain of dust blowing through the desert? I'm done with metaphors. But at the end of the day, I think it'd be really interesting to have Mario 3D Land on the Switch in a little bit of a HD, updated graphics. Obviously, coming from the DS, it had to be a lot better looking. But I think that'd be a cool, fun, free update to have on Mario 3D All-Stars. I think it'd be pretty cool. I think there's a lot more 3D Land fans than people originally think, because I learned that the hard way after saying 3D World was like the only Mario 3D World Land / game, and people kind of got mad at me. So yes, lots of people love Mario 3D Land. It'd be a really fun game to have on the Switch, and yeah, I don't know if Nintendo's actually going to do that one as well. And I think really we're looking at Galaxy 2 here, you know, for the long haul, but we'll see if Galaxy 2 even has a chance as we move on to the later season and the beginning of next year. But you also have to look at what's coming up, such as the Game Awards. It's a perfect time to announce some DLC, including Smash Ultimate, which I think we all kind of expect there to be at least one character. But what if there's just a quick little free update announcement for Mario 3D All-Stars where they show off Mario Galaxy 2? Yes, in the long run, it's just the same Mario Galaxy 2 that we know and love, but hey, at least it's an update to a game that essentially let a lot of people down, and it'd be a great way to say, hey, turn that game back on. We got another free game for you. We just had to wait a little bit longer to get it ready. And I think fans would kind of really rethink about how bad this series was, because obviously it was still not a great pack of games. They clearly kind of rushed it and just hurry up and got it out without really giving it that special Nintendo love and touch. But hopefully Galaxy 2 can add a little bit more love to what's already there. But now I spin it back towards you guys. What do you think? Is Nintendo completely done with this game? Is 3D All-Stars officially what it's going to be and that's it? Or is there potential room for updates in the future? Let me know what you guys think, because I'm very excited to see if you guys are on the same page as me. Do you think there's a potential that we're going to get some of these games or not? But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and like always, I'll see you on the next one. See you guys.